Hey guys, it's Kriptayto here, and today we are back with some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And possibly our last episode. This is the end, and we are about to head into our final class trial. So I hope you're as excited as me, because we're gonna start right now. I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto. Yes, you're not.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said, everyone came rolling in. Byakuya. Byakuya? They arrived, one after another. But they're all in the same state of shock. Why? Why are you mad? Why is everyone mad at Makoto? Hina? Hiro? Silence. At least talk to me. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. Oh. The first class trial was the worst. They all ganged up on Makoto so bad. Late! Strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my lords are ablaze! Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge Evan Shiv, the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. So, with Byakuya, you're just gonna throw away all of your morals? Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Hoo, is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy gust faces, I see? Okay, well then, let's begin. This final class trial is gonna be slattered in a pitch black despair, maximum sorrow.
that's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time, it will be fair. What do I mean, this time? Stop with all the slander, I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If this was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'll take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than their hope. Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. So don't try and run away. Well, don't worry about that. So we won't. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever. This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. What you looking at me for, Hina? You need to glare at me. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Yeah, like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other. Of each other? More like just Makoto.
However,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. The class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
so
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. Thank you. I love to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Then we gotta get on too. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated it to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed anxiety down, calmed my trembling body. And finally, on steady legs, we got on. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. And this is the last time we're gonna do this. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I think we get it. It's going deeper. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. Slowly opened my eyes. Ooh, I love the room. I love the background. This is the final trial site? What'd you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. Ooh, and I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! So how's this gonna work? Since we already know it's basically Monokuma, how will we fight this? Well, we're just gonna have to see, right? So let's begin.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Special rule? What is it?
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school,
What happened?
you guys win!
Oh. Well, I thought that was just a given.
But if you can't,
If we can't,
then I win!
well, we're gonna win. So, you don't have to worry about that.
And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Well, he said it, didn't he?
Yep, sure will.
So he will follow up on his word.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Well, okay. Well, we're gonna win then.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
You okay, hero?
Is the mastermind only one person?
I mean, since Hero raised that up, it might also not.
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
Okay, yeah, he's paranoid. He is paranoid.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Why does he think that? Hero? Why do you think that? Okay, group photos played to the check, headmaster's handbook.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure
Oh,
I have evidence of my own.
wait, they're all suspicious of each other.
I too have evidence
Not just Makoto?
that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
3 of us? The photo. All 3 of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we would suspect each other. And I have something that proves it. Well, that's kind of smart with Monokuma, to be honest.
I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence.
Okay, I mean there's only one.
Proves everyone. What? This doesn't make any sense.
How can the three of us?
No, that's wrong.
Are those photos different? Did he give us different photos?
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
Yeah, obviously.
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah.
I feel like in the group photos that everyone else got, I feel like they're not the ones in it, right?
Wait, But mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Oh, yeah.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
Oh, they're different.
I'm the only one not in it.
They're different photos. I figured as much. In which case?
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
What's his photo?
Hey, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
This one too. It's just like I thought. They're all different.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
How does that make sense? I mean, if that was the only piece of evidence he got, yeah, that makes sense. But he literally just saw all of our photos.
But you're in my picture.
Yeah.
You're the ones trying to trick me.
Oh.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
So Kyoko was right the whole time. She didn't want to go because she knew that it was basically a trap.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
All of these grounds. To prove, I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the one who got the photos. Toko.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Look at Sakura going Super Saiyan in the back. Sakura in the back about to run over everyone.
And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
Wait, then what picture did Toko and Byakuya get? The same ones?
As
Like
long
that?
as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yeah, he's not in it.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
Mm-hmm.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
How was it a hint? I mean, I guess it clarifies more that, oh, they knew each other beforehand. But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. Maybe. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's
There's
not
more?
directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual with these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Unusual? I mean, all of these photos, Sakura is the bomb. Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. And mine. I mean, Mukuro, they're all in. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't pin down. Something... Group photo has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook. Something you can't pin down. It makes sense that it could also be the person that's not in the photo. They might have been the one that took the picture.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
Obviously fake, but you fell for it. Like, hard.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
Matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
It's real.
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievably but entirely horrifying reason. Horrifying. Our memories got erased. Hangman's Gambit. What does this? Amnesia. Amnesia. Oh. A.
Now I understand.
You got it.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo.
Basically forgot about everything.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
We all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
I mean, there's been crazier things happening at this school. It's only natural that they wouldn't believe me. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides Steve's pictures. Oh, there's more. Well, we gotta find it, right? Make your argument. Well, the interview DVD, that might be it.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Mm-hmm.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my
You
memory.
promised.
Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Everything, huh? Ever since you got into this school, though, you know. Oh, but before it.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Do you want me to?
No, it's nothing like that.
You probably would like it though, Toko. So,
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
all of us.
I mean all of us, including you.
you lied? I never did any kind of interview.
Correction. You never did any kind of interview that you remember.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying?
We're saying that the headmaster interviewed you.
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember.
What's it about?
You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
Well, apparently amnesia is living and breathing now. Okay, what kind of world are we living in now?
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Oh,
Something else?
something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Yep.
What were the interviews about?
The
Ooh.
headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And you all said yes.
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Yeah. For what reason?
Why would you say yes to something like that?
I mean, you said yes too, so.
I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
I don't know, hero.
Insane or not, you can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
That's true though.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
To win.
Then, really?
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Oh, tell us more, Monokuma.
Making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
With what? How?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How?
How?
Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brain?
Hypnotism?
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
That's kind of true, because it already happened. You know, right now their goal is just to win this case.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive? The original motive?
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
I mean, if the mastermind did erase the memories of the students, it would basically mean that it would be easier to persuade them to kill each other, right?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that one's still a secret.
Secret? Whoa, can you tell us?
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay.
So you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else?
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. And how she died. I'm still a little confused about that. So, her profile?
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
Okay.
When you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly! You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles
away.
Because masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
The control room. I'm positive there's someone in the school. Otherwise, there's no way they could have controlled that machine. Okay.
So who did
Yeah, the control room.
Killed her?
So it's Toko.
That much
Is the mastermind?
Of course, they have to be here.
What makes you so sure?
Exactly. You're just the mastermind is probably.
No, it's wrong.
That's wrong, Toko.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma.
Well, for Hina.
Mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
Or not. No, I don't really believe that for some reason.
Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, it can only be that 16th student.
But if that 16th student is Mukuro, and she's dead, then...
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
Why?
What? Why me?
It's always Toko.
Cuz it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
It's super weird. Alter Ego risks his life for me.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Oh wow, they're all ganging up on Makoto now? No.
Down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
I mean, at least Kyoko and Byakuya have their minds straight.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Oh yeah, there's that.
But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yep. Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
So she died already beforehand. But if she died beforehand with those wounds, how did she get in Makoto's room that night? The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
Oh, okay. Well, we can consider it.
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Who said that?
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
But the Monokuma file just said several days old.
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
Yeah, Toko, how does that feel? Oh.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
We did. And it's not right. That's why Kyoko denied you. Toko. Toko. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Group photo, interview DVD. Oh, that's a lot. Maybe the profile. Profile makes the most sense, right?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
In battle?
You finished?
You didn't deny me this time, did you?
Are you finished?
You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Yep. Nothing at all. No, those wounds didn't come from a battlefield. One look at what was written about her and that should be clear.
Was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles.
I mean, profile, right?
When you think about it, obviously, she got all of those.
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
Don't be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, you're kind of weird.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Training?
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school, in which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
But what killed her?
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Yeah, that's a while.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
Oh, but they just dragged her body out.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
But if she's dead, the master silent had to have been someone else. Identity of the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else. The mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind.
Is that for sure?
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
Oh, they tried to disguise it as if Mukuro was the one who went in his room.
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
Mastermind. Is it true?
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
I mean, that's true.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
That's what you think.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see her face. Their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, they didn't have one. It should be obvious. Well, there's that. Monokuma file number 5. Which one is that?
You never saw their face, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part?
What is it?
The right hand? Or the left hand?
Oh, what is it?
Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot?
Ooh,
Or could it be
the hips?
the hips?
Is it left? I think it's left. Her most notable feature, the tattoo that marked her membership in Fenrir. That tattoo was in a certain easy to spot area.
saw their face, so you can't have. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the right hand?
Right hand?
Or the left
I think it's left hand.
Maybe
Hopefully?
right foot, or perhaps, or could it be
The
the
hips.
hips?
Obviously it's the hips, you know.
Their face, so you can't have. I'm telling you now.
Oh no, no, oh my god.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oops.
Is it the or the left hand?
Okay, just do it one more time.
Or could it be the hip? You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now. It was Mukuro
Oh, it was right hand then. Okay, oops. Sorry.
You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? And what is it? The right hand?
Right hand.
Or the left? Maybe the or perhaps. Or could it be the hips? You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now. It was
Okay, we got it. Right hand.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
And it didn't have it.
And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
Oh,
But that
okay.
still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else.
Who?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
And Makoto and Kyoko are good too.
We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
No, you didn't.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
Show you him what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Oh, what? Oh, her gloves. Kyoko is removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burnt skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to
Oh.
unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. Oh, those are her hands.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Yeah.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear.
The mastermind was the one who attacked Makoto.
There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars.
Hey, Monokuma. That's not nice.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? Not in that corner just yet.
Not yet, but you will be.
Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, Who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Does the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
No, it's not possible.
She would have been totally deep in your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Oh, in the biolab.
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. Yes, I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. Of course.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yeah, the only one that they have.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Makes sense.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is a tarp.
I got it!
Okay.
Makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Yes.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
That's perfect. That's good. Good job, Makoto.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
Whoa, Kyoko has that amazing ability.
That's just a wild guess.
Is it really?
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Wouldn't you say, Monokuma?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room.
Oh? Key to uncovering your secret identity?
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
How?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Did you be talking about...
La la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Oh. Oh my god. It just clicked in my head. There's 9 lights on. If one of them isn't on, and then Mukuro was for sure dead, that means one of the dead students is the mastermind. And the student that didn't have to deal with any of this. Junko? Junko? The mastermind? I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
My family? What about my family, huh? What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
That was a while back.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Obviously they're okay, Monokuma.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
Hey Monokuma, that's so messed up.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth for the biolab. So if I want him to shut up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Slap him across the face. The inconsistency has to be the one area where the numbers just don't match up. Well, we got it. Oh. Oh no.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Okay. Oh no.
Are you sure about this?
Okay, tempo up, come on.
What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? Bro!
Hey, I need to concentrate.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? What do you
Okay,
want?
we got it. No, that. Oh no.
Listening.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Light. 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 Go. Light. Go. Light.
This should prove it.
I didn't realize there were multiple bullets.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
The lights, Monokuma.
What are you talking about? Oh, what about the light?
Or should I say Junko?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Yep.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10. Yes, exactly.
Should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Junko was second? I thought Junko was first. Leon was third. Chiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Tako was sixth. Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And the victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
Yep.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
Or the dead body is Mastermind, who's pretending to be dead.
Got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
Oh my god, Hiro and Hina, come on, Byakuya, Hyoko, someone.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared,
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
including Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies.
Wait, couldn't they just check the bodies? Like, just open up every one of them?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies in the murders, the explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? The mastermind, no. Only 9 murders took place. Right? There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9, that's why there are 9 bodies. That's untrue.
Shoot.
Let's see. The same person was killed twice?
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
The same person was killed twice.
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If
How?
that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course.
Killed twice?
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Wait, 2? Wait, how does that make sense?
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else?
Junko?
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Oh. Junko's body.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Wait, so... she's Junko? I'm so confused. I'm actually so confused right now.
Someone else that Mukuro was killed as. Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko and
Oh, yes. Oh. Whoops. I should probably grab that.
someone else? Was it Junko and Oshima?
Let's just grab it.
Leon Kuwata, Chihiro, Manjo, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, Celestia,
Lou, whatever.
No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
Okay, yeah. I'm a little too hasty.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities match? Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
Okay.
Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same.
I think one of them is still alive.
Wait, so then, what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Yeah, and that's the mastermind.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right.
Is she wrong? Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? Or the one that's still alive is Junko? But... oh, but the tattoo though. It's a tattoo that only Mukuro could have had. So... could Junko be the one that's still alive? Can we really believe that? No, there's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. So, who's the one that's still alive?
The body we found in the garden. wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body
It's not, right? Her profile.
wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. So the Mastermind's true identity is
Ooh, sorry. Whoops. Or was it the first thing that she said? Toko? Was it this? It was that. So it had to have been Mukuro because of the tattoo?
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
Okay, so was she disguised as Junko when she first came in?
But if Mukuro's not the Mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Then is Junko still alive? Someone made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could have been. Junko. So is it actually Junko?
Here's my answer.
Oh my god.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Am I?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Maybe that was Mukuro.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. Yeah, she's dead. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
Wait, so did Junko have a tattoo?
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
Oh my god.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
It's not over yet. Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way?
I don't know.
Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
The opposite?
Opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. One possibility is that that was Mukuro the whole time. Since we actually never saw the tattoo, right? Did they ever check Junko's hand to see that tattoo? Because it wasn't a class trial, it was just Monokuma just killed her, so they didn't really check. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko is not the one that died? It wasn't Junko but someone else entirely? Yes! Maybe she used some sort of trick. What's this now? Hangman's Gambit? What? What does R-E-R-A? Huh? Replaced? Is that right? Replaced?
Now I understand.
Yes?
That's it! What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
That's right! Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Yes.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Or a wig.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
When? Oh, was it there? Yeah, substitution jutsu. But how? When? Without anyone noticing?
Point. There's just no way they could have switched like that.
Or the whole time she was trying to be Junko.
So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
Two of them, they had switched places from the very beginning.
Yeah.
From the beginning?
When she first came in.
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched,
And it would make sense.
then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met
It's Mukuro. Whoa.
was actually Mukuro all along?
So is Junko actually like that? Or is she something completely different?
We'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
That's true. They were just there.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko,
And we wouldn't have known.
and we never would have known the difference.
Yeah.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
I mean, she could have also covered it up.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation
Yeah.
or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
And she also had fake nails when she was basically Junko.
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Or should I say Junko?
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was planned all the way from the very beginning.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
I mean, they did say it was multiple people.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean? Afraid.
I don't know, what does it mean?
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
And why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity.
It's nonsense?
As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity. When did I do that?
When? When did he do that? When did he try to do that? So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Huh. What is it? What is it? Is it the DVD? Oh, okay.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Was there Junko? I didn't see a Junko. It wasn't just a monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck was happened? Whoopsie. Looks like it broke. Out of service. Oh, if it had gone to Junko, they would have known. What? So it just happened to break just now? Now then, when it doesn't matter, failure can strike anytime, anywhere. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that...
It would have exposed Junko.
You didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated the power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I gotta reveal that. What other piece of evidence? Oh my.
What do you want? What do you want?
Okay.
Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible. What do you want? What do you want?
Okay. Is there any more?
That's impossible.
Protect our identity. It was the group photo?
Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's
Oh my god.
That's it. This should prove it.
Okay. I was a little too late with that. Oh my god.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
She covered her face.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
Oh, that's what he noticed before.
So unusual about them.
The unusual circumstance common to all those pictures. Where is Junko in this picture? Oh, her head is facing. Her head is facing the other way. Or it's covered. Junko's face.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Oh, it's splashed by water. It's faced the other way. Face the other way. And covered.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
Yep.
With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed
Yeah.
that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew. Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
Wow.
She's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
So it's true.
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on! Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now!
Oh, he's gonna prove everything? Wait, this is the closing climax. Whoa, it's actually almost over.
Okay, we met everyone. What was the identity of the true fashionista who I met in the main hall? What's the picture of it? Is it this? And then she gets stabbed and dies. Where did the mastermind keep Mukuro's body? Well, in here. Right? That's the only one? Okay. And then they covered it up, they brought it out. The mastermind attacked me with something. What was it? A knife? When the mastermind attacked me, who was it that stopped them? It was Kyoko. The amazing Kyoko. This? After the surprise attack failed, the mastermind fled my room. And was it this? This looks like they're fleeing. And then he wakes up. Disguised the body. What did the mastermind do with the mask after they took it off? They put it on Junko. Yes, like that? Is that the picture? What was the condition of the dead body when I first found it in the garden? Well, when you first found it, it was like this. And blah blah, it explodes. Boom, took flies. We can identify the mysterious body because it got blown up. Yeah?
Yeah?
You!
Okay, let's do this. Ba-bum.
The ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place, and that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind,
Was that the plan all along?
Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use.
Dun dun dun.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using a tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh, by attacking Makoto.
Put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same.
That's a pretty solid plan.
She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Dun dun dun. Boom.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
It's over now, Monokuma. Or should he say Junko?
The real Junko Enoshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What do you have to say?
Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
It's over. Over?
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
It's not over?
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh, the whole mystery of the school. There's also that, right? Ultimate despair. She's here. Junko.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Whoa.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
She sounds like that?
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Okay. No thanks.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Oh, she sounds like that.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's so monotone. The real Junko Enoshima?
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
Why does she look like Mukuro?
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it in the magazines. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school. Before arriving at school. In the headmaster's room? Was it before?
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Oh yeah, and they were talking about how she looked so photoshopped. But in fact, it wasn't. It was because Mukuro was disguised as Junko. Oh my god, so much foreshadowing. This is crazy.
And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like this doesn't quite match up to reality. Yeah. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally Photoshop. Photoshop? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back, like with computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real?
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
True.
That explains why she didn't.
It's not right, but
Insane.
true.
Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
Because there's only one.
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
Wait, twins?
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
That's why they look kind of. That's why their face is kind of similar.
Older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
You.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa. She completely changed.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Ugh! That again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit?
Twins can have different last names, Soko.
Your dumbass? But it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
You killed your own twin.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Oh my god, she's a psycho.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family.
Really?
Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way.
So then you killed her in the end.
Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem.
That's why she... Oh, that's why she decided to do all this.
Call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society.
Wow.
Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
Oh. So then she became the ultimate fashionista, disguised as the ultimate fashionista.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
Lost cause?
She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
Oh, that's actually really messed up.
Precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
How many personalities, how many different people can she become?
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
She didn't expect it. What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to... What? Why me?
So you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that?
After you killed your twin.
You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectation. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
That's kind of sad.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's a sad life to live.
That's not true at all.
Oh, she switched again.
We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my
precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that.
Super, 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 super despair.
Super, 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 super despair.
I think we get it now.
It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
But to be honest, Junko has more personality than half of this group, so...
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
Rue.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic, the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
You're something.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Cause on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Don't you mean had that noble blood?
Had?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
What did you know?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Monokuma!
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating!
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
Damn straight we are.
And then we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
Entrance exam?
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
A few other things. Thinking back to what Monokuma has told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. The motive.
You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
Oh, she's back?
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Oh, the motives to kill each other?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
I don't remember. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme? It was family. Theme from the motive Monokuma gave us for the first motive. Monokuma gave us those DVDs. On my DVD was the footage of my family. On Sayaka was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive was given was human connections.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For
Friends.
example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results.
Wait, did she? Is that actually real?
It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question!
Time for the next one.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
Was it money? For the second murder, the motive's theme was... That's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Oh, it wasn't it the most embarrassing memories or whatever? Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme was... the past.
It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was...
She's gonna switch again? Oh. She's gonna switch again.
Embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question.
The next one.
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
It was money, I think. The theme for the third murder was... The reason Celeste turned to murder was... She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. That's the goals right there. So, that time, the motive for murder was... greed, basically, right?
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
Yeah.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go.
Sweet cheeks.
Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Which one was it? The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma's exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive was... What was it? It's not blackmail. Secrets? Betrayal. Betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right?
Yep.
The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world.
The queen is here.
In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
The seed of despair, huh?
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment, and that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
I mean, didn't she say it's related to that?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope.
Oh.
Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
So by taking away the memories, they give them hope, which allowed despair to occur.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Were their memories not hopeful? Were their memories that bad?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right?
And the idea that it is possible to escape.
The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, so something's happening out there that would cause them to not want to leave.
Correctamundo!
That's why everyone agreed beforehand to stay at the school. Because there's something going on outside that they would rather stay in the school than leave for.
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it?
Monokuma's back.
But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Go Crazy Eddie.
Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Okay, what's going on? The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there?
You wanna see?
I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame!
Oh?
Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Wow, okay. Okay, but I think this is where I'm gonna end it off. I know, a cliffhanger, but next episode, we're gonna start off over here and find out what the outside world looks like. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay notified on any future uploads. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you so much guys for watching again, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.